Okay, hello everyone. So this is just going to be me explaining the wireless rocket ignition system. I can just leave it at risk because that sounds weird, so the T is from the T in system. So we're going to start off. This is probably going to be a section that's about as big as this pen on the rocket. So we have cells here. The cells I'm going to use are these ones, these cells from old laptops and old power banks. I'm going to use these cells. The cells are going to be connected to a PCB and they're going to charge up, I don't know how many capacitors. I don't really know how capacitors work yet. I kind of know, but I don't know, I haven't worked this part out yet completely, but basically the cells are going to charge these capacitors, and the capacitors are going to discharge into a motor which is going to produce an AC current in this copper wire. Now in between here is an epoxy layer that's epoxy, so varying magnetic field will create will it though? Doesn't it have to be in the field? I mean, it is in the field, but the motor is gonna be... I'm sure I can induce current in here. I'm just forgetting how. It's gonna induce a very fast current here. It's gonna be a very thin wire because you know how it is. Resistance is proportional to a bunch of stuff, but resistance equals PL resistivity of the other. So there's an inverse relationship between these two. So it's a thin wire to increase the resistance, which in turn increases the heat produced. I just need a really thin wire. I've got really thin wire here. Oh my gosh, I'm stretched for time. Very thin copper wire. It'll induce current in that, and hopefully that gets hot enough to meet the activation energy requirement of the motor, which will be, for now, sugar and potassium nitrate. You know how it is. I want to switch to aluminium and ammonium perchlorate, but I don't know where to get that stuff here, so we're gonna have to stick with sugar and potassium nitrate. It's pretty expensive now that I think about it. Anyway, it induces current here, very fast, varying current that will get hot enough to ignite this, and from there, this system has done its job, because once it ignites the fuel, it's not gonna stop until it's out. And with this, it means that I can safely trigger the rocket from as far as the range as of the wireless receiver on the PCB will allow. Which, I mean, I guess the range, I don't know how much the range is, but I think maybe like 50 meters. I could even get an antenna and hook it up to my laptop and do it from 100 meters from my house while it's a kilometer away or something. Here, if I use a satellite. Anyway, that makes it safer for me to engage the rocket. And safety is very important. So hopefully I can get this thing working and I can implement it. You know, my rocket hasn't even flown yet, and I'm thinking up this helicopter